Hi CCC family, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet. I hope you had a wonderful Easter weekend or whatever you celebrate at this time of year. I'm going to come and show you how to do this really cool, easy Tunisian project. I would like to ask you to please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notify me bell below and please share my videos. That helps more than anything and I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get on to our materials. So for today, I'm just using a weight 4 yarn and I'm using a 5mm hook. This is just a really easy pattern I'm showing you today. You can really use any size hook or any size yarn that you want. Just remember that it will affect the size of your project. So if you use a different size hook and yarn, it may not look exactly this size, okay? And this is one that little piece that I've already started on here, but I'm gonna actually cut this off and start it right from the beginning so you'll understand how it works, okay? So let's get into our tutorial. So you're going to make a slip knot and you're going to start with a multiples of 5. So I'm going to start with 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, because I don't want my work to curl at all, and this is Tunisian, if you do this single crochet row at the bottom, there really is no curling. If you don't, you will have a little bit of curl at the end. So I'm going to start with a single crochet, starting in the second chain from the hook, and I'm going to go all the way down with a single crochet. So when I get to the end, I'll technically have 14, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to remedy that by still keeping our 15 that we need for our Tunisian work here. Okay, and then once we get done doing our single crochets all the way down, we're going to turn our work. We're not going to chain one, we're just going to turn our work. And we've got this loop on our hook, and normally that would count for there, but since we did the single crochet, we want our 15 back. So our count of 15. So I'm going to go right into this first stitch and pull up a loop. And then I'm going to pull up loops going all the way down into each stitch. Okay, and so now we should have 15 loops on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And now we're going to work through just like we would normally. So we're going to go through 1 loop, then we're going to yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, and just keep going through 2 all the way down. Just like that. And this is what we have here. And you can see because of the single crochet row, we have no curling at all. And so now we're going to start working on those loops, okay? So this, remember this loop on your hook always counts as one of your stitches. So we need to do 5. So this counts as 1 right here. And then we're going to go through our next loop. There's 2, our next loop 3, our next loop 4, our next loop 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the loop that we first started with on our hook. Then after we pull through this one, then we're going to chain. We're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And it helps to hold on to this piece while you're doing that, okay? Then we've still got this loop on our hook after we chain the 7. And then we're going to go into our next 5 stitches and pull up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And after the 5th one, we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we're going to go through our next 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then into this corner right here, we're going to go through those 2 loops, and that'll be our 5th stitch there that we pull up, okay? And so now, because we did 15, we have 2 of these loops here. So now we're going to yarn over, go through 1, and then yarn over, go through 2. And we're going to do that all the way down, going through 2 in our return pass. Just like this. Okay, and now we have these loops facing front that we're going to be working those together later, okay? And so now we're going to repeat the same thing. Counting the loop on our hook, we're going to count that as 1, go into our next, pull up a loop, that's 2, pull up a loop, that's 3, pull up a loop, that's 4, and then right here, this one might be a little hard to see because it's above where we did this chain of 7, but we're going to pull up a loop right here, that's our 5th one, and now we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then you're going to let that fall, and then you're going to do 5 loops again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then right on the top of this chain, there's the 5th one, and then again, you're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let that fall, and then you're going to pick up 5 loops again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in your 5th one, you're going to go through your edge here and pull up. And then you're going to go through 1 loop, and then go through 2, going all the way back. And that is basically all there is to this very easy Tunisian pattern here. If you're just new to Tunisian crochet, this may not seem easy. If you're new to crochet period, it may not seem easy. I have some videos below for beginner crochet and beginner Tunisian that you can look at if that will help. But that's all you're going to do. You're going to continue doing that as long as you want. These make beautiful scarves, beautiful blankets. They just add a wonderful touch to any blanket. And then what you would do is you would pull from this bottom, just like this, and then pull this first one through, and then you would continue on. So I'm going to take my bigger piece out so that I can show you how to work these in. Okay, so I'm going to undo this one just so I can show you a full piece here that's worked up. I just think it's easier to use my hook. I have huge hands and they're always swollen. I have arthritis and I have carpal tunnel in one of my hands still, so it's just easier, but you can use your fingers and just do this as well and pull up like this. You can do that. I just think it's easier to use my hook, and I just pull through just like that. Except for the hook, you have to be careful not to grab your stitches. But I think this is just so beautiful. Makes a lovely piece going down the middle of your work. A lovely raised chain there. And it's just so easy to do. Okay. Just like this. And then again, I'll show you down here. So we're starting off, I'm putting my hook through this loop. I'm catching this one, and then I'm pulling through. I'm going through this loop, catching it, and then pulling through. And you're just doing that all the way up. Just like that. Okay. And then what I like to do when I get all done with all of my, you know, however big you want your project to be, it's up to you, whatever you're making for this. Then what I like to do is after you get them all joined together, you've got this one loop left, and all you're going to do is you're going to go through all of these and make a single crochet. So you would go through each stitch and make a single crochet. I cut this off. And then when you got to this one, you would make a single crochet as well. And just keep doing single crochets all the way down, and that will bind off your work. That terminology is often used with knitting, but it's also used for Tunisian crochet because of the way that it's worked, okay? And so that's what it looks like, just absolutely gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you need any help or anything, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments below, of course. I try to get to every comment that I possibly can. But if you're not comfortable with leaving a comment in the YouTube section, then you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I have a Gmail below, okay? So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again soon. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.